Orders of the day, Tuesday, August 5th, 2025 at 2:30 p.m. Order number 1, administration of oath. Next order. Order number 2, communication from the chair.
Honorable members, I have the following communication to convey regarding the change of Wiper Democratic Movement name to Wiper Patriotic Front, WPF. Honorable members, I am in receipt of a letter dated 4th of August 2025 from the Party Secretary General informing of the change of name for the Wiper Democratic Movement, WDM, to Wiper Patriotic Front, WPF. Honorable members, the change of name was approved and gazetted through a gazette notice number 8730, dated 30th June 2025, in accordance with the relevant laws and regulations governing political parties in Kenya. The party structures, mandates, obligations, and commitments remain the same. Thank you, honorable members. Next order.
Order number 3, messages. Next order. Order number 4, petitions. Chairperson, Committee on Devolution, Public Participation, County Administration, and Special Programs to present the committee report in response to a public petition by the Joint Civil Society Coalition regarding the recently concluded Kilome Cluster Development Committee elections. Chairperson, Committee on Devolution. Vice Chair. A member of the committee. A member of the committee. Committee on Devolution. Thank you. Remember, you can press your microphone.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, pursuant to the provision of Standing Order number 228 of the Makueni County Assembly, a petition by Joint Civil Society Coalition regarding the recently concluded Kilome Cluster Development Committee elections was presented by the Honorable Speaker during a sitting of the County Assemblies held on Monday, 14 April 2025, and committed to the Committee on Devolution, Public Participation, County Administration, and Special Programs, which is expected to table a report within 60 days. Pursuant to the Standing Order 231 and 2 of the Makueni County Assembly Standing Orders, Section 15(1) of the County Government Act 2012 provides that a person has a right to petition a county assembly to consider any matter within its authority, including enacting, amending, or repealing any of its legislations. Section 88(1) and 2 of the County Government Act 2012, revised to 2020, provided that citizens have a right to petition the county government on any matter and the responsibility of the county government, and the citizen petition shall be meant in writing to the county government. Section 89 of the County Government Act 2012, revised 2020, provides that the county government authorities, agencies, and agents have a duty to respond expeditiously to petitions and challenges from citizens. Mr. Speaker, sir, the Kilome cluster of villages is the largest in Mukaa sub-ward, housing 10 10 villages. That is Kidhumba, Ivuni, Malaba, Masiomoni, Dingu, Masongombe, Katitu, Kitandini, I think Kitindini, Mwasiambevo, and Kwamulu villages. Kilome Development Cluster of villages is the largest in Mukasa Board. Mr. Speaker, Mr. Speaker, sir, the petitioners allege that the elections were manipulated with handpicking of climate change champions, misdirected, had low turnout, and the venue of the elections was changed without notice, leading the whole exercise to a total confusion. Further, no civic education was done prior to the exercise, and citizens were enticed to sign attendance lists from a bottle of soda. They also allege that none of the newly elected committee members could represent the wishes of the public, and that's why members of the public shouted down to their nominations. Mr. Speaker, sir, on 23rd February 2025, at the Community Information Center, Kilungu, Mamwakini Link Society, Nunguni, and the torch bearer for Nunguni petitioned the election process and the outcome of the Kilome Cluster Development Committee election, in which Ubaoni, Tandini, and Manyambevo villages were not represented in the committee of 11 members. Mr. Speaker, sir, the facilitators and personnel who conducted the exercise in Kilome Cluster were the Mukaa Ward Administrator, Madam Asha Willie, and Mukaa Village Administrator, Mr. Julius Mwangangi. The director in charge of the county enforcement, Mr. Leonard Mutuku, was also present, overseeing the election from the headquarters. Mr. Speaker, sir, the petitioners prayed that the County Assembly of Makueni intervenes in the matter to ensure that, 1, the recently held elections of the Kilome Class Development Committee was nullified. 2, the Department of Devolution, Public Participation, County Administration, and Special Programs issues proper notice of new election, does civic education, and mobilizes public prior to the new elections. Number 3, proper new elections are conducted in all 10 villages of the cluster. And number 4, the new elections are conducted by officers from the Directorate in charge of civic education and public participation. Mr. Speaker, sir, the committee embarked on the consideration of the petition immediately after its committal by firstly acknowledging receipt of the petition as presented in the County Assembly via letter to the petitioners, Annex 1. The committee further wrote to the County Department of Devolution, Public Participation, County Administration, and Special Programs seeking a response to the issues raised by the petitioners, and the responses were received, Annex 2. Mr. Speaker, after inviting and engaging the petitioners and the County Department in charge of Devolution, Public Participation, County Administration, and Special Programs on the Kilome Class and Development Committee election, the committee found out that the department had conducted the election procedurally. That is Annex number 2. You can see the list of those who were there, Mr. Speaker. And the committee, that is the part of the committee findings, Mr. Speaker, because they are very simple. And the committee recommendations. The committee recommends that, 1, the House dismisses the petition by the Joint Civil Society Coalition on the recently concluded Kilome Class and Development Committee elections and uphold the election as conducted on 13 February 2025. Mr. Speaker, sir, I wish to extend My special gratitude to the Office of the Speaker and the Office of the Clerk for the support accorded to the committee. On behalf of the Committee on Devolution, Public Participation, County Administration and Special Programs, I hereby present this report to the County Assembly for consideration and adoption. Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I invite the
Any member willing to contribute on the same? There being no member willing to contribute, I therefore direct that the report of this petition be forwarded to the petitioners and also the department concerned, the Department of Devolution, the Public Participation, County Administration and Special Programs for their own consideration. Chairperson, Committee on Trade, Marketing, Industry, Culture and Tourism, to present the committee report in the response to the public petition seeking amendment on the Makueni County Trade and Public Markets Act of 2024. Chairperson, Committee on Trade. Vice Chair. Any member of the committee? Member for.
Mr. Speaker, I will go straight to the executive summary. Mr. Speaker, sir, pursuant to the provisions of Standing Order 228 of the Makueni County Assembly Standing Orders, a petition seeking amendment of the Makueni County Trade and Public Markets Act 2024 was presented in the County Assembly on 5th May 2025 and committed to the Sectoral Committee on Trade, Marketing, Industry, Culture and Tourism for consideration and reporting within 60 calendar days. Section 15(1) of the County Governments Act 2012 provides that a person has a right to petition a county assembly to consider any matter within its authority, including enacting, amending, or repealing any of its legislation. Section 88(1) and 2 of the County Governments Act 2012, revised 2020, provides that citizens have a right to petition the county government on any matter under the responsibility of the county government, and the citizen petitions shall be made in writing to the county government. Section 89 of the County Governments Act 2012, revised 2020, provides that the county government authorities, agencies, and agents have a duty to respond expeditiously to petitions and challenges from citizens. Mr. Speaker, sir, the petition stated that in 2024, the County Assembly of Makueni passed the Makueni County Trade and Public Markets Act 2024. Section 11 of the Act provides for 13 members and 7 ex officio members to the Market Management Committee. Further, Section 11(4) of the Act provides for the election of the chairperson, vice chairperson, secretary, and treasurer amongst its members upon constitution of the committee. Mr. Speaker, sir, the petitioner averred that, number 1, Section 11(4) of the Makueni County Trade and Public Markets Act 2024 violates the principle enshrined in the Public Finance Management Act 2012, which emphasizes public participation and accountability in managing public finances. He further stated that It denies the business persons in the county their right to have their affairs and public resources managed transparently and effectively, with citizens actively involved in the process. Number 2, 13 individuals cannot purport to effectively represent over 500 business persons in a town like Mtito in electing the topmost positions in the town leadership. Number 3, the Makueni County Trade and Public Markets Act 2024 violates democratic rights as enshrined in Article 38 of the Constitution of Kenya 2010. Further, the Act perpetrates lack of proper representation in our towns and markets by allowing a very small group from a town to elect executive committee members from the town. Number 4, it propagates lack of transparency and accountability as enshrined in the Public Finance Management Act. Mr. Speaker, sir, the petitioner's prayer. The petitioner prayed that the County Assembly, through the Committee on Trade, Marketing, Industry, Culture and Tourism, intervenes to ensure that the Makueni County Trade and Public Markets Act 2024 is amended to allow all the business persons in a town or market to directly elect their chairpersons, vice chairpersons, secretaries, and treasurers. Mr. Speaker, sir, pursuant to the provisions of Section 5(3)(a) of the Petition to County Assemblies Procedure Act number 15 of 2020, which states that the relevant County Assembly Committee may, when considering the petition, invite the petitioner to clarify or submit such further information as the committee may consider necessary. The committee invited the petitioner to the County Assembly for a consultative meeting on Monday, 16th June. Mr. Speaker, this is the analysis of issues for determination as per the prayer in the petition by the committee. Arising from the findings and observations, the committee makes determination on the prayer to intervene to ensure that the Makueni County Trade and Public Markets Act 2024 is amended to allow all the business persons in a town or market to directly elect their chairpersons, vice chairpersons, secretaries, and treasurers sought in the petition as follows. Following engagement with the County Executive Committee member for Trade, Marketing, Industry, Culture, and Tourism, the committee notes that 1. The Makueni County Trade and Public Markets Act 2024 was critical in addressing market governance matters. The Act provides for the 13 sectors to elect their sectoral management committees. This process involves all sector players and is widely consultative, including outside the sector, if need arises. Once this management committee is in place, each appoints one of their own to proceed and constitute the 13, who then proceed to put the Market Governance Committee in place. This collegiate system of putting market governance structure in place is lawful, efficient, cost-effective, and is used world over in putting leadership in place, thus does not violate democratic rights. Number 2, the process actually puts in place representation that is far above adequate as the interests of all the sectors in any given market are properly and physically represented. Number 3, that this committee is held accountable and transparent by the government. This is further reinforced by the fact that individual committee members are still accountable to their individual sectors. Thus, there is no absence of transparency and accountability. Number 4, the direct result of this process is a practically operative structure which is not bloated to render it almost impossible to undertake the function of effective decision making. Number 5, which is the last one, that the market committee, that the market management committee neither handle public funds or receive remuneration for their services. The legislation continues to be instrumental in fostering a favorable trade environment in Makueni County. Mr. Speaker, these are the committee findings and observations. The committee observed or found out that number 1, all the provisions in the Makueni County Trade and Public Markets Act 2024 are constitutional and consistent with national legislations. Number 2, there is information gap leading to an imbalance in understanding or access to information in regard to the Makueni County Trade and Public Markets Act 2024. The recommendations of the committee are as follows. Number 1, the County Executive Committee member for Trade, Marketing, Industry, Culture and Tourism should carry out educational awareness and sensitization for the business market vendors regarding election of members within the Act and role they play in support of their businesses, as all the provisions in the Makueni County Trade and Public Markets Act 2024 are constitutional and consistent with the national legislations. Number 2 of the committee recommendations, Mr. Speaker, is that the County Executive Committee member for Trade, Marketing, Industry, Culture and Tourism should continuously organize leadership training sessions for the elected market committee members to enable them to effectively carry out their mandate and support their various roles, working with both the County Assembly and the public. The last recommendation, Mr. Speaker, of the committee is that the County Executive Committee member for Trade, Marketing, Industry, Culture and Tourism should initiate a review of the Act with a view of amending it to onboard municipalities, ensure a representative of hawkers, buskers, greengrocers, and street traders are not ex officio members of the market management committees, but members among others, and submit the amendments to the County Assembly on or before 30th January 2026 for consideration and approval. As a committee, Mr. Speaker, we wish to acknowledge and take this opportunity to thank the committee members for their input and valuable contributions during the deliberation of this report. The committee also takes this opportunity to thank the officers of the Speaker and that of the Clerk for the support accorded during the consideration of this report. Mr. Speaker, pursuant to Section 5(4) of the Petition of County Assembly's Procedure Act 2020, as read together with Standing Order 232, I present this report to the Assembly for information and action on the recommendations therein. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Any member willing to contribute on the same?
there being no member willing to contribute, I therefore direct that the report of this petition be forwarded to the CC, the Department of Trade, Marketing, Industry, Culture and Tourism, and also to the petitioners as required by the standing orders for general information. Next order.
Order number 5, papers.
Chairperson, Committee of Lands, Urban Planning and Development. Chairperson, Committee of Lands. Vice Chairperson, Committee on Lands, Urban Planning, to lay a report on regarding the plot validation exercise conducted in Emali town. A member of the committee? Okay, proceed.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, let me go to the executive summary. Mr. Speaker,
Chairperson, order. We are in laying of papers. You are laying a paper. Yes, you are supposed to lay that report. Please proceed to the table office. They should be able to guide you.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Speaker, I beg to lay the following paper on the table of the Assembly. The report of the Committee on Lands, Urban Planning and Development on the statement regarding the report of the plot validation exercise conducted in Emali, Old Town. I lay, Mr. Speaker.
Next order.
Order number 6, notices of motions.
Chairperson, Committee of Lands, to give a notice of motion.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I beg to give notice of the following motion, that this Assembly adopt the report of the Committee on Lands, Urban Planning and Development on the statements regarding the report of the plot validation exercise conducted in Emali, Old Town, laid on the table of the Assembly on the 5th August 2025. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Next order.
Order number 7, statements.
Chairperson, Committee on Transport, Infrastructure and Public Works, Housing and Energy, to respond to a statement number 9009 of 2025 as was requested by the member from Bitini regarding the non-implementation of various road projects in Bitini Ward. Chairperson, with the permission of the Speaker, I direct this statement to be tabled tomorrow at 2:30 p.m. when the member is present. Chairperson, Committee on Lands, Urban Planning and Development, to respond to statement number 010 of 2025 as requested by
Member from Boni Ward regarding grabbing of public utility in Kikima Market in Boni Ward. Chairperson, Committee of Lands. To respond to a statement.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, this statement was responded to, and we were to give an additional response. I don't know whether the honorable member from Boni will accept and go to the additional, or I read the whole report again.
Member from Boni.
Mr. Speaker, you can allow the member to read only the additional information. Even though, Mr. Speaker, I'm not okay with the response. There are gaps and a lack of specific timelines of the same. Thank you.
Okay, let's hear from the chairperson to respond, then you'll be able to react. Is that fine?
So I proceed with the additional information. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Upon responding to this statement, the member for Boni asked for additional replacement, and after consulting with the ECM gave the additional response submitted on 4th August 2025 attached, Mr. Speaker. The ECM has indicated that the administrative process that the department had earlier undertaken to carry out has now been concluded. Speaker, remember, in the earlier response, the ECM was said by 30th June this year. This is an additional response, and is saying the process that the department had earlier undertaken to carry out has now been concluded, and the department has responded as follows. One, on the issue of illegal development on a public utility land, the ECM has indicated that the department identified an illegal structure constructed on parcel number Boni/Mutitu/4327, which is reserved for as nursery school. Non-development approvals were granted to the county by the county government of Makueni for the construction of the structure. The department's record also showed no evidence of payment for land rent or rates on the same parcel by the developer. Consequently, enforcement notices dated that 1st July 2025 have been issued to 2 developers, requiring them to vacate, demolish, and restore the parcel to its original public utility. Failure to comply with the result in the county government taking enforcement action at the cost of the developers. Copies of the enforcement notices are attached, Mr. Speaker. Number 2, on the additional response on the issue of budget for opening of roads and footpaths. Honorable Speaker, the ECM has indicated that department has allocated 1.5 million in financial year 2025-2026 to open up roads and footpaths within Kikima Township that have been encroached upon by private developers. A ministerial paper has been prepared outlining the planned activities. The opening works are scheduled to be undertaken in the months of October and November 2025. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
The request of the statement, member from Bunge.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. As I had earlier stated, Mr. Speaker, the response is okay, but it lacks some commitment and some timelines, especially, Mr. Speaker, when I single out question F. Timeline within which the department will clear and give back all the grabbed public utilities for the public to use. Mr. Speaker, that question has not been answered. Since, Mr. Speaker, down there, you'll find that they have issued notices. There's a notice of 14 days, which, Mr. Speaker, kicked on from 31st of July to run for 14 days. Mr. Speaker, so we need to find out what happens after the 14 days, Mr. Speaker. Secondly, there's a ministerial paper that the minister says that it has been signed. Mr. Speaker, it would have been good to present a copy of the same as a proof. Because, Mr. Speaker, I will not admit the story about signing of a ministerial paper without a copy as a proof of the same, Mr. Speaker. Also, Mr. Speaker, the same proof, the ministerial paper will guide the committee in making up a follow-up. Since, Mr. Speaker, there is no specific work plan for the said activities, which are to commence in the month of October and November. Mr. Speaker, when the department says that they would undertake opening of the roads in the month of October and November, and they don't give a specific work plan, Mr. Speaker, I'm not comfortable with that response. Thank you.
Chairperson, on the issues raised by the member.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I would request the member from Bunge to bear with the committee because actually I think we have done a lot on this issue. You remember, as I've stated, and it's here, this is just an additional information where the ECM was saying that the activities by end of June this year, they will have something to tell us. And the ECM is telling us that because the member wants to know whether there is a grabbed land. And the ECM is saying, yes, they found one. And they are talking with the Attorney General too, so that these people can vacate. The notices dated 31st July 2025.
Chair, the member is contesting question number F and G, which specifically is about timelines. And the member is indicating that you have not indicated any timeline for the same, F and G.
Mr. Speaker, I bring to your attention that these are additional information that we have only two. Where one is whether there is grabbed plot. It is there. And the ACM is committed to do whatever he wants to do so that the plot can be regained by the public. And on number two, is on the issue of budget for opening of roads and footpaths, where the ECM is saying that he has budgeted 1.5 and the works are commencing on October, November. Mr. Speaker, there is nothing which can be done with the budget because we don't have money. Money has not been released from the exchequer in Nairobi. So the ECM is right. If he does see the response on this, the committee is there and the honorable member is here. We shall deal with the ECM properly. We are this business, Mr. Speaker. So we assure the member from Bunge that we are on this business properly, Mr. Speaker. We are not joking around.
Chair, you need to respond on question F that the member has been specific about. Question F.
Mr. Speaker, you are now taking back to the previous statement. And the question F, provide a timeline when the department will clear and give back all the grabbed public utilities for public use, and it is that grabbed public land. And the ECM has found that there is only one, Honorable Speaker. And I think I'm clear. I'm not defending the ECM, but the report here indicates that the ECM is aware on question F. There is one grabbed plot. Plot number, Boni/Mutitu 4327, which is reserved for nursery school. And the department records also show no evidence of payment for rent and the rates. Consequently, enforcement notices dated that 1st July 2025 have been issued to 2 developers, requiring them to vacate, demolish, and restore the parcel to its original public utility. Failure to comply will result in the county government taking enforcement action at the cost of the developers. What else do we require?
Chair, I want to refer to you. Okay. As I give you the opportunity. Chair, I wish you listen to the member carefully on the 2 additional information that you have stated, and in connection with F, that is requesting for a timeline. The member is asking if you could provide the timeline for the notices that you have issued. You have indicated that you have issued notices for demolition, but there are no timelines for that, when that could be done. That is where the member is contesting. And also on the second issue, still on the timelines, apart from the budget. But let's listen to member for Ilima, then any other member willing to.
Actually, Mr. Speaker, sir, I think you've just clarified. I felt that I needed to, assist my honorable member, that I believe every notice has a specific timeline which is supposed to be executed. So what the member needs to do is just to consult with the ECM on what we are there, written timelines of leaving the land which had been grabbed. At first, I wanted also to correct him. At first, he was saying there has not been any land which had been grabbed, but he corrected himself. And he said, it is true there is land grabbed. And the member is asking, when will the people leave that land which has been found to be public utility land? But if I may also seek for a rider on the same statement, as Speaker, this issue of land grabbing is becoming an issue to this Makueni County as a government. The other day, we had a statement raised by the Honorable Member for Emali Mulala. Where I come from, I've also realized we have several land utilities which have been, or public utilities which have been grabbed. Where you come from, I've also discussed at some point with you on different lands which have been also occupied by different people. When you look at Nziu, or when you look at Wote, we had even a church which had been demolished in the name of, it was sitting on somebody's land, and it went into the papers all over. Why don't we take a rider on that statement, whereby we can have that statement converted, could be to a report requiring the committee to bring us actually report on all public utilities in the Makueni County, so that we can have defined protection of these particular public lands, which are now ending up into the wrong hands, and the people are actually grabbing left, right, and center. I remember also the member of Zakika raised an issue where somebody had grabbed actually a public road and constructed a toilet for his own plot or for his own tenants. So it's becoming a quagmire. If things can be taken, or if we can write on the same statement and you expand it to avoid many statements coming on the assembly floor talking of the same thing going forward. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Any other member? Member from Boni, are you okay?
Mr. Speaker, through your wisdom, maybe you can task the committee to address these two issues. Mr. Speaker, there is that notice of 14 days, which is expiring in maybe 2 weeks' time, Mr. Speaker. You can direct the committee to respond after 21 days, maybe to see the progress, whether that has been implemented. And also, Mr. Speaker, while responding that time, Mr. Speaker, they should present them a copy of the ministerial paper and the work plan on the item Roman 2, opening of those roads, Mr. Speaker. Since they have said, they have mentioned that there will be some activities. So while responding, Mr. Speaker, I believe the committee should present a detailed work plan for the same. So maybe you can allow the committee to respond after 21 days. Thank you.
Chairperson.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, first let me appreciate the contribution by Member for Elima, Honorable Bishop Jonathan, on his saying that the issue of Granby has become so dominant. He requests that as a rider, we can, he's saying something that we can do. I appreciate his contribution. And then as a bishop, he knows that human beings are creatures of two departments, soil and the spirit. And the Department of Soil, man, always is looking for how to occupy a lot of land, not knowing that at the end, when it goes back, it will go to 6 by 6. So I appreciate your contribution. This is an issue, it is there in the Bible. We know all this, Bishop. So, Mr. Speaker, I commit to undertake this business within 14 days. I report back to the Assembly with the issues raised by the member from Boni. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
14 days granted.
For this, yeah, thank you.
Next order. On the issue raised by the member for Elima Ward, as chair, you have promised you can take up on the same. I know you have heard, but I will invite any other member who has an issue of grabbing, then will be able to forward it to the committee, so that at least we can have a comprehensive report. Chairperson, Committee of Lands, once more, Urban Planning and Development, to respond to a statement as requested by the member for Emali Mulala Ward regarding the implementation of functions transferred to the Emali Sultan Municipality. Chairperson. Chairperson, is this statement ready?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Yes, Mr. Speaker, we have this response to the statement, but the request of the statement is not around. Mr. Speaker, I don't know.
The statement is ready?
Yeah, I have the statement.
Fine. I direct that that statement will be tabled tomorrow at 2:30 p.m. If no, I am aware the member has permission from the speaker as examinations are ongoing, and therefore I direct it to Monday at 2:30
So,
p.m. I bet he'll be through with his exams. So at Monday at 2:30 p.m. Chairperson, Committee on Environment and Climate Change, to respond to a statement as requested by member for Elima Ward regarding the erosion of Ndolo Valley in Elima Ward. Chairperson, Committee on Environment. Vice Chairperson.
Vice Chairperson? A member of the committee? I thought the member for Elima Ward is a member of the committee. Officially? Fine. I thought you are the acting chair.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, in response to the statement regarding the erosion of Ndolo Valley in Elima Ward pursuant to Standing Order 53.
Chairperson,
Sorry?
the member is a committee. He said he exonerated himself officially from the committee. Is that the position?
Mr. Speaker, unfortunately, that is not the position. When this document was being adopted, the member was present. He ought to have walked out of the committee when everything was being discussed. I think you need to give directions on that.
Member for Elima, what is it?
Mr. Speaker, sir, I remember I stated categorically when I came to do that statement on the floor, and even when the discussions to adopt the statement were being done, I made sure I was not present in that session. So is the member actually in order to say that I was part of the committee which adopted that particular statement discussion?
Member for Bunge Ward.
Honorable Speaker, I'm standing on a point of honor, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I want to bring to attention a very serious and troubling matter that one Kisungu Wagatete yesterday.
Member for Bunge Ward.
Yes.
Would you be patient enough? We conclude on the matter that is before us, then I'll give you an opportunity.
Honorable Speaker, members are taking some of the issues. It is urgent. I would. It's my prayer, Honorable Speaker. You just let me.
Is it related to what we are discussing? The statement that is before us?
No.
Fine, member for that. Just a brief opportunity, so that we may be able to dispense with the matter that is before us. Because it is assumed by the standing orders that as a member, you should be able to address these issues in your committees, so that we don't consume the, and the minutes as provided by the chair, member for Elima and chairperson, provided that you were present when that matter was deliberated. The minutes held by the chairperson. Before I give you an opportunity, allow me give a few members an opportunity. Honorable Elizabeth Muthike, I'll give you an opportunity.
Honorable Speaker, so that we avoid conflict of interest where members raise questions or statements to committees where they serve, Honorable Speaker, I think the member for Elima should just have declared his interest before he made the statement on the floor. The day he appeared in this assembly to make a statement, he should have declared his interest then, so that the speaker can guide him. We have witnessed many cases here. The member for Emali was told by the speaker that he could not request a statement to the Committee on Finance where he serves, and the same statement was raised by Honorable Member for Mavindini on his behalf. So the member would have been guided on the floor before he could have requested the statement from a committee he serves in. Because even if we were all of us to request for statements then, then we will be serving in committees just for formalities. We will be making businesses for committees as statements from our wards. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Responsible remarks. Chairperson, hold on. Yeah, I think it's only the member concerned, then I'll give you an opportunity.
Mr. Speaker, sir.
It is your response, Chairperson.
Yes. Mr. Speaker, sir, I want to stand here categorically and state by myself in sound mind that when I stood to read that statement, the Speaker was sitting there, and I said I'm a member of this committee, but I would wish to exonerate myself from the discussions further on, because this is a matter which was affecting me and my people further, which is not an offense in this context, because already we have seen precedences here whereby people even raise statements and this matter is handled from their own end. I don't view that, because as long as I'm not part of the discussion, to avoid the conflict of interest, I categorically state that. And as a member of Wilima, there's nothing which bars me from exonerating myself from an issue, and then I stand by the people who chose me, and then as the deliberations are continuing, I keep aside. Honorable member, what we are trying to refuse here is the conflict of interest. And as long as you have exonerated yourself, then there's no conflict of interest. And then the matter moves on. We as a committee, we are bound to bring out fairness. If there are minutes where I'm quoted that I was part of the minutes, either somebody forged my signature, because this matter has affected me and I've never sat down to discuss issue of this particular statement.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I think it's very straightforward that the Honorable member should not be serving that committee when he raised the statement at first. Honorable Speaker,
Proceed.
Yes, Honorable Speaker. I think the Honorable Jonathan Muthoka, Honorable Jonathan Muthoka should just read very simple English. That is, should not be serving in that committee. Very simple. Should not. The member should not be serving in that committee to raise a statement. And unfortunately, he cannot now leave the committee and go and serve another committee, because the Speaker's panel, Honorable Katumo, brought us something yesterday when I was away, that we should not be, the composition and all that, nobody can move from one committee to another. So now he cannot leave the committee. So at the end of the day, unless now the pin which has been put by Honorable Katumo is lifted. So I think this statement has died, Honorable Speaker, right now. And Honorable Jonathan Muthoka should accept and try to circumvent other ways in the next sitting, Honorable Speaker. Thank you.
Information is member from Avendin.
I want to inform member for Ilima that the very essence of the standing order that the chair has read is not majorly about conflict of interest, but majorly about what Honorable Muthika has alluded, that it is
About the other governments, we talk of the constitution.
Standing orders.
And in that way, you'll be in a better position to handle the matter, because you'll be discussing the matter in the committee. You'll be better placed because you are not the requester of the statement. So you can deliver, give you often hear Honorable Speakers telling members, invite the requester of the statement.
Member from Mavindini.
Yeah.
To request on your behalf. It has been a procedure at the assembly. Therefore, the matter is rested. You take the options. Thank you. Therefore, we proceed. Yes, Member for Bunge, what is it?
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I'm standing to report on a matter concerning my personal safety and well-being, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, yesterday, after the plenary, Honorable Speaker, the one Honorable Katete wa Kisunki told me on my face that he's going to poison me in front of several members. And on this regard, Honorable Speaker, I wanted to confirm, because it is not about my safety alone, Honorable Speaker. It's about the safety of all members in this Assembly, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, if a member who is also the majority leader can tell a member on my face that he's going to poison...
The member is on a point of order, please. Please, let's be procedural.
Is going to poison me, Honorable Speaker, then it is alarming, Honorable Speaker. Because, for example, Honorable Speaker, today he was around. When I came to the Assembly, Honorable Speaker, I found the water which we take placed on below the mess, Honorable Speaker.
Member for Elima, the member is just on a point of order. You can be patient for a few minutes. I'll give you the opportunity.
You know, Honorable Speaker...
We have the time to do all that. Thank you.
Honorable Speaker, arrogance can only be... Arrogance is allowed to be practiced by three people. One, a person who is wise. Number two, a person who is saved, like me. And number three, Honorable Speaker, a person who knows what he is saying. That is the time now, Honorable Speaker, you can be arrogant. So I will request the member for Elima to cool down, Honorable Speaker, because I'm on a point of order. He was a member of the Speaker's panel, Honorable Speaker, and he resigned. So, and we went for a training, Honorable Speaker, at Nairobi. In fact, at a time he chaired that meeting, and we were advised on how to carry ourselves in the Assembly. So I would wish, because he's also a bishop, to be
Honorable Member, I wish to stay on a point of order because
Honorable Speaker, I want to finish. So, Honorable Speaker, I want you to guide me. Where should I report this matter, Honorable Speaker? Because the member in question is the majority leader, Honorable Speaker. And again, Honorable Speaker, we have a cafeteria, Honorable Speaker, where all of us, we take food and drinks, Honorable Speaker. We take water, and sometimes the water is placed at the door, Honorable Speaker. He might come there and place whatever you want to put in those bottles, Honorable Speaker. And then instead of killing me, he kills his neighbor. Oh, his deputy, Honorable Speaker. And the matter is very serious. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Member, please, order. Thank you. Member, I have not given an opportunity because it's a point of order. And unless you're saying the point of order is out of order. Yes. But it has not been determined.
Actually, my point of order is so, how would we discuss this matter? Is he not?
Member for Elima, member for Elima. Fine. Member for Elima, the matter that's been brought before us is not an individual matter. Yes. It is a grave matter. And none of us should take it lightly. Because it's not, and the member has indicated that it was said to him directly in the presence of other matters. Other members, I mean. And therefore, the member has sought direction of the Speaker, which is within his rights as a member in this Assembly. And therefore, it is not, from where I sit, it is not just me, but as the Speaker of the County Assembly, he will take the matter with the seriousness that it deserves. Even if it was any other member, you will take it with that seriousness as it deserves. Because once it is alleged that I can poison you, or I will poison you, and it is being said, it is in front or in the presence of other members, it may not be as light as we think. Therefore, I think as I give direction, a number of members have pressed their There we had Honorable Elizabeth information. Okay, proceed.
Thank you, Speaker. I want to inform member for Ilima that this is the county assembly. He can only stand here either as member for Ilima, as a chair of a committee, or as a leader in the house, but not as a bishop. You can only stand as a bishop in church, but not here.
Fine. Before you clarify, Honorable Elizabeth, okay, proceed before I give Honorable Elizabeth, because I have pressed you. I will come back to you because it was a point of information. They had pressed earlier and I promised them, but I'll give you an opportunity, no worry. Just prepare yourself. Member from Kala.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. I have listened, Honorable Member for Thange, very keenly, and out of what he said, he has witnesses. Honorable Member for Kidungo, who is the majority leader for this house, is not present. I'm not disputing what he is saying, but we cannot continue without the alleged person here. This is a honorable house where we should share things which are moving, and I want to say it from bottom of my heart. Katumo, who is honorable member for Thange, and the honorable majority leader for this house, they have their own grudges. We have witnessed honorable member for Thange even abusing her majority leader. We can't bring issues which are done outside outside this house here without the other member to stand in and say what is the truth about the matter. So, Mr. Speaker, sir, Honorable Katumo has said his side. We need the other member who is majority leader for this house to be present also, and then we listen from both sides. Then we decide. So this is not a matter for discussion. We have had. So, Mr. Speaker, as a rule, we proceed with other matters.
Honorable Elizabeth Mutindi. I will.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I want to reiterate. Sorry. I want to reiterate what the honorable members have said. We have heard Honorable Katumo, but since this is a grave matter touching on the leader of the majority, so I think it is only fair that he is here to answer or to respond to the allegation. As it is an allegation until it is proved or substantiated. So, Honorable Speaker, without wasting so much time, I wish you would rule that we move on, because the attacks and counter-attacks are wasting a lot of assembly business. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I think we should not continue wasting time on a matter whereby the person who has been alleged to have said about poisoning Katumo is not here. And also, Honorable Katumo, on his submission, he said that he wants you to guide him on where he's going to, on where you are going, on where he's going to report. I think if Honorable Katumo has witnesses, we have police station just 100 meters from here. He should take the witnesses there, do a statement, and they go to court. When he went to court, he did not come here. When he went to court about the other matters, he did not come here to ask the speaker whether he should go to court or not. Where there is life-threatening statements, you go to court. You go you report to police station. That is not a matter even we should be discussing here, because even the member is not here. I think Honorable Katumo is trying to play to the gallery that is like controlling this assembly with statements which are not here nor there, Honorable Speaker. Let us be serious. Yes, anybody can be poisoned, but if he wants to be directed where to report, even a Sunday school child knows where to report matters like life-threatening statements. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
SG.
Member from Sabani Bingoni.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I would wish to advise members that let us calm down and let us take whatever Katuma has raised here with a lot of seriousness that it deserves. Mr. Speaker, when Jen was talking, I was quiet, and I would wish that you ask her to keep quiet as I'm talking. Mr. Speaker, I was in this assembly in second term. And Mr. Speaker, I was serving with you, and I will want to state something that happened here, so that, Mr. Speaker, we can all be serious on this thing. There was a time we were in Mombasa, and one of our members here threatened another member, Mr. Speaker, and that member died. Did we take that seriously? We didn't. Mr. Speaker, if I was to take this house back to history, the Honorable Ndilinge, while at National Assembly, a member told him that I will deal with you. And Mr. Speaker, Ndilinge died. Mr. Speaker, some of these statements that we make as honorable members, we need to question our integrity when we put them across. Mr. Speaker, the member asked for directions from you, and he was within his rights. Members, let us give members space. Tomorrow it will be you. Tomorrow it will be you asking the Speaker for directions. Further to that, Mr. Speaker, the member for Kakowaya is right saying that he should go to the police, which is right. But there are ways of how we deal with our issues within the institution, and I think that is what Katuma was asking, over and above him going to the other place. So I think without bullying Katumo, let us give Katumo ample time. Mr. Speaker, let the Speaker have his space and advise the member how he will need to proceed with that, because tomorrow I know it will be either another member doing the same. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Member for Kavonseni, you have walked out? Okay. As you wait, we can have member for Kimakiu.
Honorable Speaker.
As you wait, because you had just walked out.
Okay,
but
okay,
you can be patient.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I think Honorable Katumo has been well advised by my colleague here. He has been requested to go and report to the nearest police station. We've got DCIO just across the road. Let him record a statement. He can even call the press as he records the statement. Then the police will take action from there. I think that is well advised. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Member for Kisau Kiteta Ward.
Yes, Mr. Speaker. I think Mr. Katumo has every right. He has every right.
Honorable member, you could be out of order. He's not a Mr. Katumo.
Yeah, so sorry, Mr. Speaker. I think the
Honorable
member of County Assembly, Bunge.
Honorable Katumo.
Honorable Katumo has every right to report what he has said, because he was threatened on the proceedings of the Assembly. And again, Mr. Speaker, the majority leader, being my neighbor, and also being my close associate in business, Machakos, Honorable Katumo has to be guided so that I can also know the routes that I will be taking while I'm going home. If it is a serious case, I think it should not be a laughing matter. Thank you.
Thank you. Member for Honorable Elizabeth Muthike.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, this is the County Assembly of Makueni. We are representatives of the people of Makueni. And Honorable Speaker, as much as I take with a lot of weight the matter that has been raised by the member for Thange, I'm asking myself a very simple question. He serves in the Speaker's panel as a member, and he knows the way to follow up on a certain matter. If there was a threat, he is a member of the Speaker's panel. He should not have come to this house to seek for guidance here. He knows where the office of the Speaker is. He knows where the office of the clerk is. He should have sought for guidance from those levels before he comes here to impute some improper motive without any evidence by the Honorable Speaker. For now, apart from saying there were members present, which we do not know, we do not have sworn affidavits before this house. We do not have sworn affidavits before this house to prove that there were members who were present, Honorable Speaker. So before you get to that and make political pronouncements before the floor of the house, Honorable Speaker, you must have facts. Nobody disputes that threats can be done by anybody. Even him, there are days that he has threatened me, but I did not come on the floor. I did not come on the floor because I am not as petty as is being. I am not as petty as is being, Honorable Speaker. This is the house. This is the Honorable House of Makueni, Honorable Speaker.
Take your seat. Take your seat, Honorable Katumo. Take your seat. Take your seat. You are out of order.
Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Muthike, please do not respond to the member.
Yes, I can.
Just address
and I know
chair.
the laws.
Address
I
the
cannot
chair,
address
and
him.
we will be fine.
I am beyond addressing him. Honorable Speaker.
Take your seat.
Honorable Speaker.
Honorable member, I'll give you an opportunity. Thank you. I'll give you an opportunity. Okay, Honorable Muthike, take your seat. Honorable Muthike, take your seat, please. Member for Thange, you sought for my intervention as a speaker. No, please stay. Relax. Relax. Just take your seat. You sought for my intervention. And it's good for members to know it is within your right to seek for the guidance of the speaker. At times, even me, when I am seated there, I seek the guidance of the speaker, not because I don't know the standing orders, but the speaker is supposed to be a judge. The county assembly is an equivalent to a high court. He's supposed to give his wisdom. The powers to interpret the standing orders are vested on the speaker. And therefore, you are in order to seek for intervention. And therefore, please be patient. We will give a way forward. I said we have all the time. This business, the business that is before us, it's still ours. It is us to dispense. And therefore, it's good to be orderly. Even when I am here and we respect each other, it will be fine. And therefore, Honorable Muthike, you may conclude. I'll give you an opportunity. Just press your press. I can see the members who have pressed and those who have not pressed. You can press your button. I'll give you an opportunity.
Honorable Speaker, my issue is simple. I have said the member for Thange serves in the Speaker's panel as you do, and he knows the procedures, and he knows where to consult. We have consulted on many issues in this county assembly, and we have not come to burst on the floor of the House. Honorable Speaker, for him to burst on this floor, for me, is seeking political attention, and that, for me, is not going to help him as a member, but he should have consulted. That is why we have the Committee on Powers and Privileges to deal with these issues, Honorable Speaker. Thank you.
Honorable Speaker. Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, is it in order for the member to say that I am petty? Honorable Speaker, we cannot stand here to be lectured. She cannot stand here to lecture me, Honorable Speaker. Who is she to lecture me, Honorable Speaker? Honorable Speaker, I came to the House, I can say whatever I want to say at this Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker cannot be guided by busybodies in the House, Honorable Speaker, or what to say and what not to say, Honorable Speaker. I came here and I brought the issue to the Speaker for guidance, Honorable Speaker. I knew there is a police station. I know we have DCIS office, but I came here, Honorable Speaker, for your guidance, Honorable Speaker.
Order, member for Thank you. Just hold on. Member for Ilima, member for Thanke. No, we have been all in the speakers panel. We know the standing orders. Member for Ilima, please. The member is on a point of order. Why would you raise again on a point of order? Please, let us just be a good example to the other members. I am even restraining myself from where I'm seated. I could be able to contribute, but I'm restraining myself. So please, he's on a point of order to member for from Kaskeo, Honorable Muthike. So please,
Honorable Speaker, is it in order for the member to say that I'm petty? When I'm bringing a very serious matter about my well-being, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I know where the police office stations are. I know, but I came to the house to seek your guidance. How comes that, Honorable Speaker, that is out of order? Honorable, I cannot be lectured by busybodies, Honorable Speaker, here. I cannot be lectured by them.
Honorable Muthike, on that point of order.
Honorable Speaker, first, I did not address the member. I addressed the chair of the House because I know the standing orders. Number two, if I mentioned pettiness, I apologize, but I am happy I am a busybody also.
Member for Thanke, on that point of order, the member has apologized. The matter is sorted. As you speak, because someone thinks that. Member for Ilima, I have ruled on that matter. I like the way Honorable Muthike is leading by example. To withdraw and apologize, it's just given in the standing orders. Something that is given. Once that matter is settled, the standing order provides that matter should be settled. We don't need to proceed with that. So I'm just restraining all of us that we don't involve a lot of emotions on a simple matter of does not proceed. However, I want to bring to your attention, honorable members, on the Powers and Privileges Act, the County Assembly Powers and Privileges Act, that all of you know, specifically Part 7 and onwards. You may be able to go through that, but I will read a bit of it so that you may take note. Some of the prohibited acts of the County Assembly and its members. 1, a person shall not assault, threaten, use abusive language, obstruct, molest, insult any member being within or leaving the precincts of the County Assembly, or endeavor to compel any member by force or insult or menace to declare himself or herself in favor of or against any proposition or matter pending or expected to be brought before the County Assembly or any committee. 2, a person shall not, and that is within the rights and privileges, assault, threaten, or use abusive, or interfere with, or molest, or resist, or obstruct any member of staff while in the execution of his or her duty. And 3, shall not assault or threaten any member or unlawfully deprive a member of any benefit on account of the member's conduct in the County Assembly. D, shall not, while a County Assembly or committee is sitting, create or take part in an unlawful disturbance which interrupts or is likely to interrupt the proceedings of a County Assembly or any committee while a County Assembly or committee is sitting. And E, shall not fail or refuse to comply with an instruction in a duly authorized member of staff or a police officer regarding 1, the presence of public in the precincts of a County Assembly, including a meeting within the precincts of the County Assembly, or the possession of any article, including a firearm, within the precincts. And then a person who contravenes subsection 1 that I have read, commits an offense and is liable on conviction to a fine not exceeding imprisonment or 2 years or both. 2, member for Thanke, I want to refer you to the standing orders, standing order number 215 on the Powers and Privileges Committee. Specifically, I refer you to part 4 that says, the Committee of Powers and Privileges shall, either of its own motion or as a result of a complaint made by any person require into the conduct of a member whose conduct is alleged to constitute a breach of privileges in terms of Section 16 of the Act within 14 days of receipt of a complaint. And therefore, honorable members, for those who think that the member for Bunge should have walked into a police station, it's just like for any other member. It is just something that is provided for in the law, that the member is right to seek for direction from this, and therefore that the member being accused is not within us. Member for Bunge, I direct you to put your complaint as directed by the standing orders in a formal manner, in writing, and forward it to the Powers and Privileges Committee, and the matter will be taken up from there by the Assembly and the standing orders. And therefore, I think member for Bunge, that is right and fine, and that will be guided, and is so guided. That's fine, members. Next order. Member for Kakowaya. Member for Kakowaya. We are not busybodies. A statement from we are on the matter of statements. A statement is requested by the member from Bitini Ward regarding the relocation of a transformer in Plenary in Bitini Ward. The member is not present, and with the permission of the Speaker, that matter will be dealt with tomorrow at 2:30 p.m. Next order.
Order number 8, motion. The report of the Committee on Special Interest on the oversight exercise on teenage pregnancies across the county conducted on 23rd and 24th January 2025. Resumption of debate interrupted on 30th July 2025.
Chairperson, Committee on Special Interest. Honorable members, the motion on the report of the Committee on Special Interest on the oversight exercise on teenage pregnancies is a resumption of debate of an exercise that was conducted on 23rd and 24th. And the debate had propped up. Honorable Martina Kimilu had contributed. Honorable Elizabeth Muthike had contributed. And therefore, is a resumption of debate on the same. And therefore, I invite honorable members to contribute on the same. Any member willing to contribute? Chairperson, to reply.
Honorable Speaker, on behalf of the Chair, we request that the County Assembly approves this motion so that we can continue fighting for the teenage and the young people of Kenya, on Makueni particularly, on the issues of teenage pregnancies. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable members, I now put the question that this Assembly adopts the report of the Committee on Special Interest on the oversight exercise on teenage pregnancies across the county conducted on 23rd and 24th of January 2024. Will as many of these opinions say aye? Will as many of our contrary opinions say nay? The ayes have it. Next order. Before we move to the next order, I direct that this report be forwarded to the Department of Gender for consideration. Next order.
Order number 9, motion. The half-yearly progress report of the Budget and Appropriation Committee for the period July to December 2024.
Chairperson, Committee on Budget and Appropriations Committee. Thank you,
Chairperson.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I beg to move the following motion that this Assembly adopts the half-yearly progress report of the Budget and Appropriations Committee for the period July to December 2024, laid on the table of the Assembly on 11th March 2025. Mr. Speaker, with your permission, and in the interest of time, I will skip on the committee mandate, committee membership, Mr. Speaker, and proceed to the subject matter. Mr. Speaker, as from July-December 2024, the committee held 40 sittings and handled the following business. One was the report on half-yearly progress report for the financial year 2023-2024, CPROP, Mr. Speaker. Report on first 9 months for the financial year 2023-2024, CPROP. Report on Makueni Count Budget Circular. Report on Makueni Count Annual Progress Report. The financial year 2025-2025, Makueni Count Supplementary Budget 1, the half-yearly progress report for the period January to June 2024, report on the financial year 2023-2024, third quarter budget implementation report, and on oversight conducted on 20th and 21st May 2024. Report on the financial year 2023-2024 annual budget implementation report, report on the financial year 2025-2026 ADP, that is the annual development plan, report on the consideration of the public petition by the Makueni Persons with Disabilities, CACAS, regarding the inclusion of persons with disabilities in the account budget making public participation process. Mr. Speaker, we made the following observations and findings. 1, the committee did not conduct an oversight exercise due to budgetary constraint. 2, the committee could not attain quorum in some occasions as per the sitting schedule, resulting to delay in processing of business that was under consideration. 3, the executive in some instances provided insufficient and incomplete and delayed information upon request by the committee, leading to delays in transaction of the committee business. Then lastly, the committee did not conduct any training to learn execution of its specific mandates. With the following recommendation, Mr. Speaker. 1, the committee advocates for every committee to have its own budget. Further, the allocation should be at least 1.5 million per committee. 2, members should heighten their commitment to deliver on their mandate by punctually attending all committee sittings. 3, the committee should seek collaboration through regular joint meetings with all stakeholders to ensure synergy in oversight exercises. 4, the committee seeks to conduct a benchmarking training exercise within the third quarter on areas on priority to this county. Mr. Speaker, that was not to be. The committee never had such an exercise. And therefore, Mr. Speaker, I would like to thank members of the Committee on Budget and Appropriations for their dedication, untiring commitment, and valuable contributions during deliberations. It is because of their dedication that key businesses has been concluded by the committee during the period under consideration. Mr. Speaker, key of those are the reports that I have mentioned, not limited to the supplementary budgets that this House conducted, and the financial financial year 2024-2025 budget, Mr. Speaker. On behalf of the committee, I wish to thank the office of the Speaker and that of the Clerk of the County Assembly for the support accorded as it discharged its mandate during that period. On behalf of the Select Committee on Budget and Appropriations, in pursuant to the provisions of Standing Order 203, it's my pleasure and duty to present to the Assembly the committee's half-yearly progress report for the period July to December 2024 for consideration and adoption. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I would wish to call upon Honorable Dennis to second this motion. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I stand to second this motion. This motion was due in March, the month of March, and due to lack of quorums here and there in the Assembly, we are not able to prosecute this matter. But today, we have shown how Budget and Appropriation Committee, they have done several or completed some tasks before the committee. We have approved all the budgets, Honorable Speaker, and other reports which we have done as Budget and Appropriation Committee. Therefore, I ask the Honorable House to approve this report. Honorable Speaker, also, I think we have done even the implementation report somehow, because the last time we were in Machakos, you remember that we took members through the report of implementation, almost the full year, that is the fourth quarter. But I know the report will be brought in the Assembly for more deliberation. Therefore, Honorable Speaker, I think we are almost completing each and every task before the end, each task by 30th June, because the implementation comes one month after completion of the cycle of the a quarter, that is the full year. Therefore, Honorable Speaker, I request the members at least to, not at least, but to approve this report on yearly progress.
Honorable members, I now propose the question that this Assembly adopts the half-yearly progress report of the Budget and Appropriations Committee for the period of July to December 2024. The floor is open for debate. Any member willing to contribute? Member from Mavindi.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. First, I appreciate the chair of coming up with a report. However, Mr. Speaker, I've got at least two issues. One, when seconding the motion, the member for Kakowaya said that this report was due early this year. It is a half-yearly progress report. The reporting period ending that first in December 2024. And he cited the result why the report was delayed as lack of quorums from January to this day, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, that is strange. We need to exactly know how, because it cannot mean that from January to this day, to date, Mr. Speaker, the committee didn't have time to, not unless the matter was forgotten by the House Business Committee. Because half-yearly progress was ending that first December 2024. That is strange, Honorable Speaker. Number two, Honorable Speaker, Chair is saying that on observation and the recommendation is saying they are taking issue with the committee facilitation for the purposes of oversight, which is a key mandate of this Assembly, where he's talking about at least 1.5 million for committees to conduct oversight business, and also for training, which is supposed to be taken at least yearly. Because, Honorable Speaker, you know, we do business and politics and dynamic and things happening on other kingdoms are so dynamic, Honorable Speaker, that we need training, continuous training, so that we can adopt to the changes. So, Honorable Speaker, I raised issue on that matter, and I might seek clarification on the issue of the delay from January to date about this report. Otherwise, the report is good. It's a very good report, and don't have issues with it, except those few highlights, Honorable Speaker. They need to underline and tell us actually what happened. Thank you.
Mover of the motion? Are you the mover of the motion? You have forgotten you delegated your duty. However, as you give your notes, Honorable Moki, I would like to bring your attention, and I am reliably informed by the table office that this report was tabled on 11th of March, 2025. It is indicated in the order paper, and therefore it means it is us as the whole Assembly that have not been able to find time to look into this matter. And therefore the committee was in their timelines. 11th of March. It is the Assembly that has, however, mover of the motion.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker, for responding to Mwaniki and guiding him. The Committee on Budget and Appropriations, Mr. Speaker, has really been working so very hard, Mr. Speaker, and especially when you look at the supplementary budgets and the final budgets that this House were guided by the were guided by the committee to execute. And therefore, Mr. Speaker, I would wish to applaud my members for supporting this report. Thank you very much.
Honorable members, I now put the question that this Assembly adopts the half-yearly progress report for the Budget and Appropriations Committee for the period of July to December 2024. Will as many of these opinions say aye? Will as many of our contrary opinions say nay? The ayes have it. I direct that this report forwarded to Liaison Committee for consideration. Honorable members, the time now being 5:00 p.m., this Assembly stands adjourned until tomorrow, Wednesday, of 6th of August 2025 at 2:30 p.m.